These are the harsh truths about expat life in Vietnam. These are all my pros and cons of living in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Da Nang in the last 6 years. Everyone on YouTube tells you that moving to Vietnam is a dream. There's cheap rent, beautiful beaches, amazing food, and friendly people. All true, if you get your relocation right. The rewards can be incredible. But the other half of that is that everybody gets things wrong online. They lie, they cut corners, they make it way more simple than it actually is. Moving abroad is complex. It's difficult. It can be a challenge. The costs don't always add up. Financial, emotional, psychological. The cost of living abroad is just too much for many people. For every guy sipping iced coffee on a beach, there's another one sitting in a dark apartment, chain smoking because he ran out of money and friends, or is sleeping off another hangover from a 12-hour drinking session on a Tuesday. I'm going to go into the deep end here and looking at the dark corners of my own past, as well as revealing the harsh truths that most channels gloss over. I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Vietnam, city by city, starting with Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, and Da Nang. Been here in country on and off since 2019, and I spent decades working, traveling, living, and yes, partying and vacationing all over Southeast Asia and Latin America. Today, we're going 3 down, 3 up, for all of the big cities in Vietnam. By the end, you'll know which one might make you and which one will absolutely break you. So, number 3, Hanoi. The heart, the history, the headache, and the black lung. This is the first down. The weather will break you in Hanoi. So let's start with the elephant in the monsoon. Hanoi weather is emotional abuse. It's cold, wet, and gray for months on end, like someone put London in a rice cooker. And this is like Dickens era London, when the smog had toenails and a smoker's cough. Then summer hits and the humidity turns underwear into green pea soup. If you hang laundry outside, it gets wetter. If you use a dryer, it's basically a humidifier with extra steps. You'll be sweating in December and shivering in June. It's confusing, it's demoralizing, and we'll teach you that climate adaptation isn't just a UN term, it's a survival skill. Number 2, language and bureaucracy will humble you in Hanoi. This is where paperwork goes to die, killed by 1,000 red stamps. Everything here is a form, stamped 3 times, in triplicate, and often in Vietnamese, which you probably can't read. So you need a friend or 5 just to open a bank account, or you need to scan your eyeballs and stop by the bank every time you update your visa. Try explaining your visa type to an immigration officer with Google Translate, and you'll understand true humility. And the language? Tonal, meaning one word said wrong turns "I'd like some rice" into "I'd like to buy your goat." You'll think you're being polite, but you might be proposing marriage to someone's aunt or sister. Welcome to the North. This is it. Anthony Bourdain's wet dream of noodle soup and nickel beers. Pull up a stool, light a smoke, and enjoy a window into a world of drunk uncles and tough aunties who give 0 fucks about your Instagram account. Number 3, the pace is slower, older, tougher. Hanoi moves like a jazz record played on vinyl, scratchy, full of history, but sometimes just stuck on repeat in a rut. If you're the type who needs efficiency, punctuality, and good Wi-Fi 24/7, you might lose your mind here. It's groovy in the other way, like a rut or a Groundhog Day. It's a city for thinkers, not hustlers, artists, expats, and existential intellectual Frenchmen who read books and roll their cigarettes, professors and bohemians in corduroy. It's their jam. Entrepreneurs, digital nomads, and YouTubers, they last about a week before booking a flight to the beach or Saigon. And the French hipsters and grungy Italians working at NGOs, don't bother waving goodbye. Okay, so I opened the video shitting on Hanoi, but I love Hanoi. I go to Hanoi minimum twice a year. It's a happy place for me. I too crave Bourdain's authentic street eats. I've even met my parents here for Christmas. This place feels like home if you jive to its beat. So up number 1. It's the cultural capital of Vietnam. And what a capital city it is. Hanoi is Vietnam's old soul. The art galleries, the museums, the live jazz and old French villas, the 1,000-year-old temple sitting next to 50-cent street noodle shops. It's all here. You can spend an afternoon drinking coffee on a balcony overlooking On Kiem Lake. Feel like you're in a sleepy Grand Grime novel from the 50s. Poetic, moody, intellectual. And if you can handle the cold, it's one of the last truly authentic capitals left in Asia. Like Beijing with less cameras and more emotion. It ain't China or Seoul, but Hanoi's got a big beating heart in its chest. Up number 2. Affordable old world lifestyle. You can live like a minor European aristocrat here for under $1,200 a month. a beautiful, if crumbling, colonial French apartment. You can rent your own villa in Tahoe for $800. 3 coffees a day, dinner out every night, someone to clean your slovenly mess once a week. Hanoi rewards the frugal romantic, not the luxury seeker. It's not about rooftop pools, it's about small pleasures, boon cha lunches, secondhand bookshops, 30-cent Bia Hoy beer on a plastic stool. It's life turned down to a beautiful, steady hum. Up number 3, there's a very creative expat scene here. This city has a strange magnetism. It attracts writers, painters, NGO workers, alternative school teachers, volunteers. That guy who swears he's making a documentary but mostly drinks craft beer in the afternoon and coffee in the morning and chats your ear off about the good times before the plague years. If you're here to reinvent yourself, Hanoi gives you space. If you're here to escape yourself, well, it'll find you. And that's the difference between the expats who thrive here in Hanoi and the ones who disappear. Ho Chi Minh City, the chaos, the cash, the comfort, my hometown for 5 years. Let's start with the downs. Number 1, overstimulation and chaos. If Hanoi is a vinyl record, Saigon is a fucking rave. It is Vina House, man. Bum, bum, bum. It's constant, it's honking, it's buzzing, it's shouting, it's drilling. It's throbbing. Come here if you want to get pounded. There's construction that never ends. Traffic that looks like an ocean of motorbikes but moves with the coordination of a school of fish. You'll think you're about to die, then somehow make it through every intersection alive. Or not. I've seen the accidents, friends, and they're messy, they're gory, and they're nasty. Yes, it's dangerous, it's bleeding edge, it's exhilarating, until it isn't. You can't rest here. The city doesn't stop moving, and it doesn't wait for you. And be prepared for your heart rate to triple and treble to keep up with 17-year-olds because that's the median age in this town. Down number 2, it is hard to escape the hustle culture in Saigon. Everyone's hustling. Your Grab driver's running 3 phones, your coffee shop barista is also drop shipping sunglasses. It's like New York if New York had better noodles and no traffic laws. How about Times Square in 1975? They call it Boy Dien Walking Street. The problem is that lucid, frenetic energy infects you. You come here for freedom and suddenly you're working 60 hours a week again. You've got 2 jobs and more side hustles than vacation days. You'll burn out faster than a tea candle. And unlike the West, there's no pause button here in Saigon. Just another delivery, another deal, another day. Down number 3. Costs are creeping up in Saigon. It used to be the cheap capital of the expat world. Now it's inching towards Bangkok prices. Rents in leafy green suburban districts overflowing with young expats are rising. You can easily drop $1,000 or $1,200 a month on a brand new condo with the amenities. Third wave coffee shops charge $3.50 for latte art. And expats are competing for the same apartments as K-pop influenced Gen Z locals with rich parents who know the property developers. Glossy towers are sprouting up like silicone and glass mushrooms along the river. If you want cheap, you'll need to move further out or farther down the hem alleyways. But then you lose the convenience and social life that make the city fun. It's still affordable, but it's not like backpacker paradise cheap anymore. At least not if you want to live a little. Up number 1. Yes, there's a lot to love. Yes, there are ups. There's energy, there's opportunity, there's money. Saigon is where funky, organic stuff happens in this country. If Hanoi is the past, Saigon is the future. Startups, media, marketing, tech growth. This is the land of opportunity. Pedal to the metal, hit the gas. The whirring and pumping pistons of world-leading annual GDP growth. You'll meet locals building real businesses, not just lifestyle brands. There's money moving here, and if you've got the guts, you can get a piece of the action and grow with the Saigonese. The city rewards ambition, but punishes arrogance. Not for the faint of heart. She'll show up late, and she won't wait for you if you're not ready to go. Up number 2, Western comforts. Yes, there are plenty, but you can get anything you want here. World-class hospitals, imported wine, reliable grocery delivery, and a barber who knows how to cut Western hair. There's a Vincom mall on every corner, and a brand new condo development with air conditioning on every other. English is spoken more here than anywhere else in Vietnam. If you're looking to meet, date, or marry a Vietnamese woman or man, this is the town with the nightlife of all stripes and colors. If you got kids or a spouse, Saigon is the easiest soft landing. There's some semblance of Western infrastructure and tens of thousands of other expats who've already laid the groundwork and figured out how to live so you don't have to set up your own systems. Ho Chi Minh City is modern Asia with a heartbeat that still feels human and ambitions of being the next Singapore or Seoul. Up number 3, community. Saigon has a gravity for people trying to level up. Digital nomads, entrepreneurs, young Vietnamese professional, and Viet Qs looking to reclaim their roots or just level up their lifestyles, social status, and buying power by returning to the home country. Everyone's in Saigon to make moves. Right now, mostly tied to money, clout, or fame. Unless you forget, if you're famous in Vietnam, that's 100 million followers on your TikTok account. You'll find your tribe quickly. Gym bros, coffee nerds, crypto weirdos, teachers, creatives, artists, and advertisers. You can go out every night of the week and still get brunch with a new friend on Sunday. That's rare in expat life, and it's what keeps people here long after they plan to leave. And by the way, if this all sounds appealing to you and you're curious about making the move to Vietnam, not just dreaming, but actually setting up your first visa, finding housing, health insurance, dating, and an apartment, check out my Move to Vietnam 60-minute masterclass linked below. I'll walk you through everything I learned the hard way so you don't blow your savings or lose your sanity, and you can start watching it right now. All right, let's talk Da Nang, what most of you are here for. For all you retirees and single guys and trend-setting jet setters, Da Nang, the dream, the detox, the drift. Down number 1, yes, I'm starting with the downs. Small pond syndrome. Da Nang is paradise until you realize you're stuck on an island. Not literally, but socially. It's a small town in a big, lazy, sun-tanned beach body. Everyone knows everyone. The Western expat area is 4 square blocks. Rumors move faster than motorbikes. You'll start recognizing faces at every cafe, every beach bar, every visa office, and every co-working space in your first week. It's comforting at first, then claustrophobic. If you're not careful, you'll get stuck, not because life's bad, but because it's too easy. Until typhoons hit and wash away the drifters in September, you can be confused by the crowds on the beach into thinking this is a happening place and not just a tourist town. Down number 2, monotony and isolation. After 6 months, the beach loses its novelty. I don't care how beautiful it is. Or it literally gets washed away into the ocean by a typhoon during October. The rainy season's long, September to December at least. You stop exploring, stop going out, stop learning Vietnamese, start sitting at the same bar and same cafe week in and week out. Suddenly your social circle is 5, 4, 3, 2 people, 2 bars, and a group chat that hasn't changed in a year. That's when Da Nang stops being freedom and mind expanding and starts being purgatory. There's no jobs here, and the only new influx of people and energy comes when a plane lands at the airport and taxis and grabs descend on a new influx of transient travelers and vagabonds. For digital nomads who thrive on novelty, this is death by comfort. Down number 3, briefly mentioned, but weather extremes. Let's talk about it because Da Nangs can be biblical. 6 months of perfect beach days, sun so hot you'll sweat from the back of your eyelids. Then 4 to 6 months of flooding, typhoons, and humidity that makes you question your will to live. This is like London, Seattle, all the time gray rain. You'll question your will, you'll question everything. You'll bitch about black mold in the walls and water damage all summer and blame locals for lax upkeep. Then your closet, soul, and mental space will be waterlogged for months and your fashion choices will be reduced to colors of garbage bags. Your clothes will mold, your ceiling will leak, you'll spend October wringing water out of your socks, and November hacking through interminably long flu season. If you're not built for that kind of monotony and maintenance, you might crack. Trust me, this makes Seattle and London seem quaint by comparison. Think Old Testament wrath and military trucks sandbagging the beach so it doesn't wash out to sea. Okay. For the few of you who actually lasted this long and haven't shat on this video in the comments, please make sure to hit the thumbs up because I know that this kind of honesty will get me a lot of trolls and haters downvoting the video. Happens every fucking time. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to love Da Nang and Hoi An, and there's a reason I dreamed of moving here for years before I finally made the move to Vietnam. Up number 1. Beautiful beach style life for $1,000 a month. Because man, when life is good in Da Nang, it's gold. You can rent a modern 1-bedroom by the beach for under $500 without even looking. Buy a hearty breakfast for $2 and a gym membership for $20. You can literally surf before work and cycle up a mountain to get in your cardio. Try doing that in California without selling a kidney. And the air quality is the best in the country. It's clean, it's the world's best return on investment for beauty, health, and time, and that's why it's been voted and rated as Asia and Vietnam's most livable city on dozens of different lists and polls. Number 2, healthy routine and simplicity. Da Nang forces you into a better routine. Wake up early, bike to the beach, eat real food, work remotely, sleep early. Because let's be honest, there's not much of a nightlife or party scene unless you want to hang out with stoned backpackers. Da Nang is clean, peaceful, family-friendly, and safe. It's a rare place where you can actually build a life, not just escape one. It hosts an Ironman race and is Vietnam's 5-star intercontinental resort, perched on the hill overlooking the city skyline. If you've got kids and can homeschool them, it's a dream. If you've got demons, it's rehab. Number 3, up. Freedom and renewal. Da Nang is what happens when you stop running and start rebuilding. You'll meet people here who've lost everything, marriages, jobs, health, and rebuilt from scratch. It's a big, beautiful reset button for a lot of people. That opportunity is perfect second lease on life in this kind of place. You'll also meet a few who tried, fail, and quietly disappear. That's the deal. Vietnam can give you a second chance, but it doesn't forgive weakness. It rewards those who adapt, who learn, who show respect. If you come here thinking it owes you something, it'll chew you up and spit you out on the next bus to Phnom Penh. The harsh truth about expat life in Vietnam is this. You don't escape your problems, you just change the scenery. If you move abroad with the same bad habits, the same mindset, the same vices, they'll follow you like luggage you can't check. But if you move to Vietnam with an open mind, ready to change, not just your address, but your values, Vietnam will change you and open you in ways you can't imagine. You'll learn patience when the power cuts out mid-shower. You'll learn humility when you can't explain what kind of medicine you need. And you'll learn gratitude every morning you wake up, smell the coffee, hear the hum of motorbikes, and realize you didn't downgrade your life. You leveled up. I'm Evan A. If you want to help with your move to Vietnam, click the link for my masterclass below. Watch this video on what to do in northern Vietnam if you're looking for a fun trip, or this one on how to start over in Vietnam with 10K if you're on a budget.